What's up, YouTube? Pokemon Arceus playthrough part 1. Let's do it. Alright, so wake up. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy? You gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. Thank goodness you seem unharmed. Oops. I'd like to ask you the same. You fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now, who in the world does that? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? Uh, I doubt it. See, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? Um, I don't know. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night? So this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Hmm, I don't know what to do. As I see, well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Oh, the cute little Pokemon. Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott, I think? That's the other one. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. It says, ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. Like, man, that's a relief. You came, though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground. Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me. Mysterious creatures that they are. Says, oh yes, and what might your name be? Says, oh, so you're called Goku. That name has quite a ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Says, but I do apologize, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Levinton. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I am a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Says, yes, Pokemon. I don't know what he said. Pokemon such as these. Says, oh, blast and bother, my darling Pokemon. Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Just wait, you 3, wait. Alright, so here we are. Let's see, is there anything over here? So like I skipped like the introduction and the character creation and stuff. So let's just get right into it. Get right into the game. Let's see. There's nothing really around here. There's like some flowers and stuff. I don't know. I don't think we can go in here. It's like a storage room or something. So there's a glowing beeping object over there. Press A to investigate. It's like a cell phone. So you found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel strange power emanating from it. So the message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this ARC phone, and thy mission, seek out all Pokémon. Alright, cool. So we can use left stick to walk around and right stick to move the camera. Okay, so Leventon says, sigh, alas, yet another miss. Aha, I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit more about these three first. So now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant. Apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. I really like Rowlet. Rowlet's a really cute Pokemon. And that one over there is Cyndaquil. Fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate. I love Cyndaquil, man. Like, Cyndaquil was one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. It might actually just be my favorite Pokemon. And the Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott's pretty cute too. Oshawott naps while floating on the water. It can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splish Splash. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. You obtain 50 Pokeballs. It's a lot. Maybe a little excessive. It's a mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon, and why the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we just met, but I'm afraid I have no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you'd catch my 3 runaways. Now the proper technique is to take aim at a Pokemon and let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it for me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. So Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down ZR to ready a Pokeball and take aim. Keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust your angle. Aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release ZR to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. Alright, ZR aim and ZR release. Let's see. So here's Oshawott. Let's see, can we catch it? Alright, very nice. Wonderful, you've got a Pokemon. Seems you quite a knack for this Pokemon catching business. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Alright, so next is Rowlet. Oh, he saw us. Alright, there we go. Alright, awesome. So we caught Rowlet. I can hardly believe it. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon. Never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. It's just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Alright, there's Cyndaquil. Oh man. Oh yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. I think that was supposed to happen. It would have been cool to catch them all first try, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to happen. Says, thanks very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. As you see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village, almost as if they knew you'd come falling. Says, but I must say, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help to think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon. The object is an ARC phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. As you see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field called such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must of course catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented. Not many have mastered the skills of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. Situation right for teamwork, don't you agree? Let's come on now. What do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? You've convinced me. Because then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then, onward to Jubilife Village. Alright, so is that maybe like where we came from? Is that where we fell out of the sky? Or maybe that's something different. Okay, Okay, so Levinton says, thanks for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokémon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. Alright, so here's Jubilife Village. This way, if you please. This is Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy team. This road we're now... I don't know why it keeps skipping. This village was built scarcely 2 years ago. Since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside the village. There's an impressive building in front of us is Galaxy Hall. So botheration, I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. I'd ask you to wait for me at the canteen. It's just past this bridge here, and then to the left, the Wallflower it's called. Because your ARC phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show where you need to go next. Okay, so use the minus button to view the map on your ARC phone. And consult the map for guidance to your next destination. Information on your missions and requests. Then it says you'll also see guidance markers when you're out exploring or running around the village. If you're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions. Try to spot one of these markers, then head for it. So, in an unfamiliar land, head to the Wallflower, which serves as a village canteen. So this guy's name is Benny. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The Wallflower is for Galaxy team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Okay, so this girl says, who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be mincemeat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, you must have ties with somebody in the village. Thus, perhaps you've met Professor Levinton, a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though it makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago and had to take to my bed. But the professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Unfortunately, it's just as Akiri says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor. But everything will be quite alright now. Goku here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex. Excuse me, you plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silene's permission. I'll allow it. It's Captain Silene. Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Professor Levington has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. Now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. We can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. As tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. And Professor Levington says, "Oh ho, most reasonable decision, Captain. Now would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor." He says that's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. And aloof as always, I see. Says, well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? It's Benny, old chum. The usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for 3 today. Says, wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never fail to please. So Carrie says, Professor Levington, what exactly did you meet our visitor here? Says, well, you know the great hole in the sky, the one that people call the space-time rift? Our new friend fell right out of it. You can't be serious. Says, come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Says, now you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. Says that there are in the grass and the forests, by the water, or wherever they like. Our job as a survey corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Professor Levington says, well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess, or what sort of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Goku will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. Says 3. We've had hard enough time catching even one when wild Pokemon come after us. Professor Levington says, oh, well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that led to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well. It seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Alright, so Benny says, does the Survey Corp really have leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. Slow progress on the Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge. So I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain stress eating soon enough. Now have your fill. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Alright, so Professor Levington, that was quite delicious indeed. Akari says the food was lovely, but more importantly, do you remember that Goku has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? It's not to worry, I have complete confidence in Goku's skills. Silene, let's hope it's not misplaced. Goku was it. For tonight at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial we put you to tomorrow, you must move on. You'll be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. Captain Silene's somewhat like Hisui, in that they're both quite harsh. Professor Lemington says, no, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Akari says, yes, good night. Rift in the sky, people falling from it. This world is full of mysteries. Alright, so in an unfamiliar land, head to the Survey Corps quarters you've been assigned. Alright, cool. So this is our sleeping quarters. Sleep until morning in the futon in your quarters. This is cool. You have like a chest. This is like a place to like cook stuff, I think. Like to make stuff to eat. Some other, I don't know what this is. It's an area to like prepare meals and stuff. Okay, checking survey tips. Okay, so these are just like handy tips for team members. Okay, so saving progress. There's like a save screen, and it also auto-saves. Yeah, that's it. I think we just have to go to sleep. Let's rest until tomorrow morning. Yes. What is that? What just happened? I have no idea what that was. Okay, so the next day. Okay, so Akari says, good morning, are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. Alright, so we have to go to the Galaxy Team headquarters to hear about your trial. From Captain Silene. That's what lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, that's it for now. I think this is a good place to stop. And we'll continue next time. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you guys had fun. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. you guys in the next video.